Today's video is going to be a little bit longer than normal, and I've got a lot to say, and I want to first check in with what was leadership. We talked about this 2 months ago, and this is the Healthcare ETF XLV. It made the all-time high breakout in February, and it made this really strong breakout from the beginning of the year above the previous year's high, which is around that 136 level. The problem is we pushed up and then we were unable to hold above this line for any period of time. February, we broke out to new all-time highs. March did not take out February's highs. And then here we are in April, and so far this month has been abysmal for the healthcare space. Now, this is important to look at because this was an area of leadership. And when I take a look at the new 52-week high list, that list has been shrinking dramatically here over the last few weeks. We went from hundreds of names to now only dozens of names. Now, all is not lost for the bulls here. If they are able to hold this 136 zone and bounce back up, our next big area is going to be that 144 level. If we can get back up above this, this could be a false breakout, followed by a false breakdown, kind of shake people out in both directions before making its next move. However, if it fails at that 144 zone, it's probably headed back down to the bottom of the range, and obviously if it doesn't hold this 136 zone, that's also what likely is going to happen. Now, the good news here is when we take a look at the second largest company weighting-wise in XLV, that would be United Healthcare, UNH. They put out earnings. Earnings were fantastic, and it came down before earnings and tested that major bottom area over the last 3 years at 440, and as you can see, has made a huge move off of the bottom back up around that 480. If United Healthcare can get back up above that 490 zone, that puts its highs back in sights there, and that would bode very well for healthcare. We want to pay very close attention because this was an area of leadership in the beginning of the year, and we want to see if it continues to lead us either to the upside or to the downside. If we keep falling here, that obviously isn't good, but there's a lot of reasons why underneath of the surface and just taking a look at XLV in and of itself, we might have an area of bottoming right here for the time being. What happens over the next week or so is going to be very important.